Hey everyone, welcome back to Warrior Within. Last time we returned to the Great Hall to find the door to the throne room open, so let's get on up in there and see what we can find. A trap-filled corridor! Of course. Yeah, I feel sorry for whoever it is that actually is in the throne room. I guess the Empress of Time and maybe some other people, I don't know. They have to go through this corridor every time they want to go to work. And more traps. Yeah, I can't get anywhere from there. I see what I gotta do. Run across and jump to the ledge. And it's all a matter of timing and patience, and not wasting your time moving the camera around when you're supposed to be dropping down. Alright, run. Okay, I'm safe. More traps. Like I've said before, I think there's just an excess of traps in certain areas. And that's finally the last of them. See a nice, obvious ladder over here to lead to the switch. Again, who is this for? You know, yeah, they want to keep intruders out, but it's like they don't want anybody ever to get in.
This is a dangerous place. You should not have come back.
I don't have the luxury. I must see the Empress.
Impossible.
My mission. It is very urgent. I must see her.
You don't understand. When the last grain falls from this hourglass, the Empress will create the sands of time. No business of yours could be more important than that.
I have come to stop the Empress from creating the sands.
Then yours is a fool's errand. The creation of the sands was foretold in the timeline. It cannot be stopped.
I just saved your life. Twice. All I'm asking for is some information. Tell me where the sands will be created.
In there. But the room has been sealed. You cannot enter.
There must be a way.
Ha! You'd have to undo the very fortifications of the castle. An impossible task.
When a man is faced with his own death, he finds the impossible less of a barrier. Tell me how.
Very well. The gate is controlled by an elaborate clockwork system located inside the mechanical tower. Even assuming you can reach the device and activate it, the machine still needs power. As water passes through the moat, the machine will receive power. But first, you'll have to fill the moat from the supply in the garden tower. Activate both towers, and the door will open. You'll need this. It's more than just a weapon. It also serves to activate a system of bridges which will grant you access to the other towers. It won't make a difference, though.
What do you mean?
Succeed or fail, the outcome is the same. You will not stop the sands from being created. What is written in the timeline cannot be changed.
Thanks for the advice.
I don't know, I'm not really fond of some of the voice acting there. I think they missed some subtleties. But we got a sword upgrade. We've now got a 4-hit combo. And the key to activate the bridges in the Great Hall. And a chest. We're just getting everything right now. So, aside from hitting that thing with my sword, that's the 4-hit combo. And I want to draw your attention to this formation on the floor here. 9 little octagons there. 2 of them are lit up. Those represent the 9 life upgrades in the game, and if you get all of them, something special happens there. Obviously, I'll be getting to that much, much later. For now, we gotta go back to the Great Hall, which means trap-filled corridors! In a lot of ways, they could have just called this Trap-Filled Corridors, the game. It's the same corridor, just in the opposite direction. And of course, we can't really do the same wall run here that we did before. So we have a slightly different method of crossing the gap. I almost can't believe I missed that one. Thought I was going to chop my legs up. And this is the point of that little thing on the wall that I grabbed onto before. You don't want to use your slowdowns right now. There's some important stuff coming up that you'll need sand for. And now I'll go ahead and activate the bridges. Alright, that lever is what we need to do, and now we get a quick fight to demonstrate the awesomeness of our new sword. Kind of expecting there to be one more, but nope, I killed them all. So let's give this lever a push. And obviously bridge is kind of a very loose term. That's the bridge leading up to the garden tower, which is our next destination. But there's something a bit more important before we go there. We fill in the gap in the floor, and if you look down there, that door is another secret. Problem is getting down to it. Like I said, these aren't really bridges as such. It's more like platforms that you can use to get to wherever you're going. That's not the way down at all. It's that wide gap over there. This is something that they introduced pretty late into Sands of Time, and I'm a big fan, actually. The wall jump that's slightly too wide to actually move upward, and so you safely descend by bouncing from wall to wall. I could have stopped jumping a lot sooner than I did, of course. And then making sure that there is something for me to land on down there, which there is. And then it gets a little tricky. It looks like the same platform I was on before, but it's not. And now I'll descend this way again. It looks kind of wrong, but it got me to the door, so I'm not complaining. Trap-filled corridors! And you're probably wondering why I didn't call this video that. There's a reason. Alright, here we've got a log that I can't even step over, so I have to wall run. Just wait for the right time. And we're already at the end. Simplest and shortest trap-filled corridor in the game, I think. And that's life upgrade number 3. 1/3 of the way to the full life bar. It'll make a complete double loop when I'm finished. And it doesn't really take much to get out of here, especially with the traps not functioning. And all the spikes are down. Good to know, although I'm told that when the spikes appear to be up, it's just a graphical problem. You can just safely go right through. Now here's something I want to draw your attention to. It's kind of hard to see in these lighting conditions, but you might notice that my sword doesn't hit the wall there. That's actually a cracked wall. I don't have a weapon capable of breaking through it, Unlike in Sands of Time, the first sword upgrade is not enough to smash down walls. But if you do get one later, you can come back there and get something nifty. I'll go ahead and raise the bridge to the Garden Tower again. Technically speaking, you can do the towers in either order. But story-wise, I think it makes sense to turn on power to the mechanical tower before you try to climb it. And in game engine terms, you definitely don't want to leave the Garden Tower until last. Unless you're fully aware of what you're doing and why you're screwing yourself over. So the problem with the bridge being some random assortment of platforms is that now I gotta figure out how to use these platforms to get up. It's not immediately obvious. Might be over there somehow. But nope, I don't see anything that I could wall run to. So it's gotta be on that ledge that I first climbed up to. Yeah, this isn't the part I sped up, because it's just the camera. The camera hates me. This is where we need to go. I mean, yeah, how could I miss that? I'm sure everybody's expected to be able to climb these things. And now I'll just go down there and take out those guys. One hit kill by throwing my favorite axe at his head. Which is the only reason that I recognize that axe out of all the weapons in the game. A two-bladed spinning blade. Not much different from the other ones. And the switch makes a bridge which retracts way too quickly to cross. You want to drop down anyway. But having done that, we actually do need to get across the bridge, so it's time for time manipulation. As you can see, you still barely have enough time to make it, although I probably waited a bit long before I started. And the instructions screen for the slowdown effect said you could press the slowdown button a second time to turn it off, but that just used another sand tank. Oops. Again, we need to form a bridge here, and the switch is way up there on the wall. So, I'm going to need more sand to do a slowdown. And I've learned my lesson about leaving the sandballs just hanging there unattended. So, where the heck do I go to get up there? Ah, there it is. Need to jump off the wall. And now I can swing myself over to the button and be prepared to slow down time when I get there. That's not quite what I wanted. Maybe I wasn't quite centered enough on the button. What more do you want from me? Is it broken? Maybe if I go all the way to the left. There we go. And I've already missed my chance. Okay, this time much faster on the slowdown button. And it doesn't even do me any good to rewind time at this point, because then I wouldn't have enough sand to do a slowdown. So, this is what the game over screen looks like. Hopefully we're not going to be seeing too much of that. Until then... I might as well just sped up the same video that I already had. So there you have it. What slow motion looks like in fast motion. And now I know what I'm doing. Just bounce off the wall to make sure that I'm lined up properly. No, I don't know why I didn't think of doing that sooner. Okay, I just need to be at the very, very edge. No, 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 no! Ah, missed it. Okay, well, I still didn't collect both of the sand things here, so... Get another try. Granted, this can't be as much fun to watch as it looks like, but this is the kind of experience you're likely to have if you're playing through this game for the first time. Alright, this time I distinctly made it. And because that would be such a horrible note to end the video on, I'm going to go ahead and get a preview of the next area.
So Babylon is not the only place to discover the wonders of hanging gardens. Ours, however, do not provide sanctuary to monsters. Assist me!
Well, actually, I think they do if you ever have a game set there. Meanwhile, I think it's time we put the serpent sword through its paces. If I can ever hit anything with it. I think these enemies are just stronger than the ones I've been fighting. And I'm hitting the wrong button again. But it's alright, I'm expecting to get a couple of sand tank drops from these guys. And this is another group that you can technically skip if you don't want to have to fight them. But I want the sand. I want the special weapon. And I think the music is kind of catchy. So, next time we're going to look around the gardens a bit more and get on our way to activating the water in the moat. See you then!